In the back of the book segment tonight, as we told you earlier, the prosecution's star witness in the George Zimmerman murder trial, Rachel Jeantel, was back on the stand today. And Zimmerman's attorney, Don West, tried to chip away at her credibility as she described her phone call with Martin moments before he was killed.
So the last thing you heard was some kind of noise, like something hitting somebody.
And Trayvon got hit. Trayvon got hit.
You don't know that, do you?
No, sir.
You don't know that Trayvon got hit.
He couldn't. He had
You don't know that Trayvon didn't, at that moment, take his fist and drive it into George Zimmerman's face.
It's all your voice.
Do you?
No, sir.
Jeantel's credibility has been at issue ever since she admitted to lying about being in the hospital to get out of going to Martin's funeral. In addition, it's been reported that her Twitter feed has been scrubbed of some questionable posts. Joining us now from New York is Judge Alex Frere, a former Florida Circuit Court judge and host of Judge Alex, who's been following the case. Judge, this witness was problematic for a number of reasons. Shifting testimony, conflicting statements, things she said to the police in initial reports. Then she testifies in a way that makes it look more incriminating for Mr. Zimmerman at trial. But you honed in on something else that was revealed during trial. What was it?
Well, she revealed the fact that the first time that she ever was interviewed by the police, and we're now talking well over a month after the incident occurred, she was picked up by the police, who brought along Trayvon's mother and Trayvon's mother's lawyer, Mr. Crump. And they took her to Trayvon's mother's house, and they interviewed her there to find out what she knew. Now, this is an eyewitness or an ear witness to the crime. I've never heard of a situation where police, in investigating a murder, go pick up a critical witness, or any witness for that matter, and then take her and sit her down right next to the mother of the victim and interview her to find out what she knows. It completely taints the investigation. There's a natural tendency to want to please the victim's mother, and I don't know why they would ever do that. I really question that.
Now, it's an all-female jury here in this case, but is it possible that some of the jurors might think she was badgered or bullied by the defense attorney here, because she's obviously maybe not the most sophisticated person?
Well, you know, anything's possible. I mean, in a courtroom, that's what happens. Anybody who's been in a courtroom, anybody who's seen, you know, even the Jodi Arias case, when she took the stand, they grilled her. Cross-examination is supposed to be rough. But does the jury necessarily take it that way? You don't know. The jury could be looking at her and saying, look, I can't, this woman has changed her testimony so many times. She said George Zimmerman said that it was, Trayvon, she said that Trayvon approached George Zimmerman or spoke to George Zimmerman and said, why are you following me? And George Zimmerman said, what are you doing here? But that was after she originally said, George Zimmerman said, what are you talking about? So she's changed her testimony so many times that the jury may just say, we can't believe her. But then again, they might find her to be genuine and say, we really believe what she says.
Some of the things on the Twitter page, the N-word, she referred to the lawyers for Mr. Zimmerman as, well, pejorative, let me just say that, jackass, I can say it. She had sexually suggestive poses, photos, which are also scrubbed. Kind of makes you wonder, also from a prosecution's point of view, wouldn't you have kind of urged her to do that a long time ago? Well, I mean, it just, why is she doing it like yesterday?
Well, they might have. I mean, look, the prosecution is dealt the witnesses that they're dealt, and they don't control that. More dangerous and more damaging to the prosecution's case was when she revealed the racial slurs that she did that came out of Trayvon's mouth, because the prosecution has been trying to imply that the racist is George Zimmerman, and he's not the one who threw the slurs.
Yeah, well, she said that wasn't really racist, though. That wasn't a pejorative. It's just the way, you know.
I guess it's a matter of whose ox is being
they
poured.
talk. Yeah, exactly. Judge, thanks so much. And that is it for us tonight. But before we go, Bill would like to remind you that if you buy any one of his 3 best-selling books,